This is the Scary Movie 6 final trailer reaction. But one of us has already seen it, and that's okay. Because we weren't going to do this one again, but Scary Movie is doing some things. It's got big numbers in the box office. We're going to watch the trailer. We're going to talk about some of the numbers. But this is an interesting one. And I don't know, Theo, you wanted to talk a little box office. So just give us a little heads up on what we're getting into.
Sure. Scary Movie 6, I think it is. The Wayne brothers, Marlon Wayans and Damon. Well, not Damon Wayans, but
They've been around as long as we have.
yeah, I know, man. These cats, man. There's a bunch of Wayans, if you didn't know. So if you don't know, there's a famous show back in the day called In Living Color. Well, before that, there was a movie called I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. And it started Keenan Ivory Wayans. That was the first time we ever heard a Wayne's name. So Keenan created a show called In Living Color, and he brought his brother, Damon Wayans, in there. Eventually, he brought his other brothers, Marlon and Sean Wayans, into it. So the Marlon and Sean Wayans, they created this whole kind of parodies spinoff of scary movies called Scary Movie. And so basically anything around Scream, well, really the backdrop of Scream movies. And they create these parodies and they're hilarious. It stars like Regina Hall and Anna Faris. And it was, it was what, 20 something years ago when the first one came out, right? And so, we watched those and thought they were funny and trying to mock, what was funny about scary movies, which was a unique concept. And I think the first one made $100 million. And so they made previous sequels and all that. But the Wayans brothers, because of money, eventually kind of stepped out of it because they didn't get paid enough. And so the franchise continued, right, without them. And so it kind of continued on, then it kind of dead ended and was done. Then finally, after some 20 years later or so, I guess the money, what they call the Binks truck, got backed up enough and nostalgia hit in. The nostalgia hit and money kind of said beep, beep. And then the Wayans brothers came back in, kind of got involved in it and brought back Anna Faris, Regina Hall, who also had eventually stepped away. And so this is what this was about, kind of like a reunion of the original cast from the first movie, continuation of some other characters, and basically seeing, and really it's kind of mocking Scream. So if there's, as long as there's Scream movies, scary movies, they'll kind of mock that, if that makes sense. That's the core of what they kind of mocking. So when they brought back Scream 6, it just was only a matter of time.
Made sense, yeah.
Yeah, before Scary Movie came out. Scary Movie 6 came out. So anyway, so yeah, man, this is the theory. And so as we're filming this movie probably gonna be number one in the box office, made $100 million. I mean, just the nostalgia play worked for this movie. And I guess everybody wants to see these older characters come back. And so yeah, I got some words, but we can talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll get a little more into it. Let's go ahead and get to this final trailer, and then we can talk about some bits. Yeah, as I said, this is going to be another interesting one because you've seen the movie, so we get to not just react to the trailer, but I'm reacting to it. You're critiquing it, I guess, for the second. Whatever.
I'm critiquing it.
All right, but anyway, let's not waste time. 60-second trailer. Let's get into it. So this is the Scary Movie final trailer from 2026, Wayans Brothers, and we are starting right now. Why do you try to look serious, man? I love it.
Sink into the chair. I'm high as fuck. Me too, cuz. Me three, my nigga.
Guess who's back?
Ghostface is still killing folks.
You know what they say about the crazy ones? They got the best.
Oh. Yes.
Boo! You suck! Boo your ass!
Get the fuck out!
Scary Movie. Only in theaters Friday.
Man, she's the best, man. She's the best, man. Yeah.
There wasn't too much to add to that from the last one, but no, that was cool, man. Marlon doing this.
I would just say this: there's a whole other thing after that scene that's very surprising. Good for them. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That was probably one of the funniest things after that scene. When he's sinking in the chair.
Yeah.
There's a whole other thing So, and when they did that, I was like, oh, okay, they're going for it. So anyway, Mr. Benja. So usually we gotta rate the trailers and all that. I mean, is this so? Before we do it now, so we'll get into spoiler territory. Are you okay with the spoiler territory, or are we going to talk about? We want
It's a
to hold
scary
off?
movie, of course. I mean, what?
Spoilers on scary movie, guys. You are watching a spoiler category. No. I would just say this that what do you think? Is this something you would rush out based on the trailers that you've seen? Is this something, I know this is not what you do, but is this something you will rush out to go see?
So, okay, there's a group of people that are just diehard fans of
Of what? This series?
the scary movie series.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they're diehard fans, and they like know there's little story bits and everything that they're following along with of scary movie, not of Scream or whatever. It's like, oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, there are. There are. You really need to know your your scary movie lore, be honest with you. Because I was like, this is deep cuts.
Yeah, exactly. So I am not in that camp, but it's an enjoyable series. If I was looking for something funny and kind of offbeat, I'm like, hey man, let me throw in scary movie. Or you know what? This is the kind of stuff I watch when something scares me in real life, and I just want to take it down a notch. Um, Nothing scares me actually, but I figured I'd throw that out there. Anyway, yeah, so I check it out, man. It's not something I'd run out to ever go see. See it in theaters, that's an even harder pull for me. I just really need to be in the mood at the right time. Otherwise, it's just like, I'll watch something goofy on streaming.
Yeah. Comedies are tough, man, to watch on to pay some money to go see a comedy. And I get why, because comedy is so subjective, It's kind of like, that wasn't funny to me. Then you sit next to the guy next to you, he's breaking out tears, down his eye. Yeah, exactly.
Popcorn in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you want that funny, dudes? Calm down. Then something hits you, So I went with my wife on a whim. We just like, hey, let's go check out this movie, support. So Wayans brothers, I would say probably the best movie they ever did. It kind of hit the zeitgeist right and was hilarious. Was White Chicks, right? I mean, I think that was the pinnacle of what they are able to do, and that was hilarious. Then we saw Little Big Man, and that was terrible. That was one of the few movies I literally walked out on. It was that bad. Little Big Man was terrible. I don't know if you saw that movie, but I was like, listen, I looked at, I was like, my wife at the time, well, she's my girlfriend at the time, my wife now. I said, let's get out of here. So it was that bad. So, but scary movies always been reliable, right? I think we remember seeing those, back even, was it in college when we saw those?
First scary movie?
Yeah, when they came out, like 90 something or 2000.
I don't know.
Let's look it up. That's what they got this thing called the magical box called the internet.
2000, really?
2000, yeah. We weren't in college. We were both in grad school then, right? But so yeah. So great concept though, right? It was like, dang, I wish somebody thought about that, man. So yeah, that came out 26 years ago, Mr. Oh my God.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
That's a quarter of a century ago, man, when this movie came out. Golly. Anyway, the first movie.
With six movies, that's about, a movie every 3 years, added a few months.
Pretty much, yeah. So anyway, we saw a scary movie, whenever, and thought it was an interesting concept. So they came back, and so me and my wife went to go see it, man. And so did I like it? I mean, just like Dick and Gun, I saw that. It's just like some hit, some don't. There's no revelation about it, right? Beyond that. Was it higher on the end? I would say mid-tier, to be honest with you. I didn't really find anything like super, super hilarious. There's a few that made me chuckle, but I don't know, man. It's hard pressed, and especially in movies nowadays, to find something that's just gonna make you just stream down like with laughter. It's very hard to do that now, I think, because we have so much.
Can't think of the last thing that did that for me.
The last thing that did that for me, and my wife still at, was Key and Peele. That was a TV show. And before that was Dave Chappelle's show. But I remember a movie that just had me just like cackling when I was about to piss in my pants. I was like, hell, that's chuckle, haha. But TV show?
Ha, chuckle, ha.
And of course, I'm sure. But when it comes to movies, I can't remember a movie in the last, let's see, I seen Kevin Hart movies, comedy special in the theater that was funny. I'm trying to think, was there a movie you remember, Mr. Benja, just like this movie is just like crazy? It was something about Mary, but that was like early
40-year-old virgin. No, that was funny and wild, but yeah, something about Mary that was funny too, but not like on that level.
But yeah, you're right. 40-Year-Old Virgin was hilarious. It's tough, man. It's tough. So anyway, so I would say it was middling. So, but and I think in the theater we some interesting smells. I'm not gonna say it was something of the variety that gets you feeling pretty good, but it smelled a little different. It was like we were like, what does that smell? I kept looking back. People, all these cats with these little vapes now. It's just like
you do a couple slight alterations to your vape, and you got a special vape.
They got some special vapes in there, man. And I get it, man. Shoot, man, that's the best vape thing. That's the best time to do that, because that kind of comedy is what you do it for, right? So anyway, so I thought it had some moments. I'm not gonna get to all the jokes, but it has some moments.
Okay, I remember it now. The thing that had me cracking up hard laughter was one scene in Anchorman.
Which one? When they fought each other?
No, when he when Jack Black showed up. Jack Black showed up on the motorcycle. He was just riding on. He had a special guest appearance where he rode up on a motorcycle next to Ron Burgundy.
That just had you cracking up.
Ron Burgundy was talking to himself, eating a burrito, threw the burrito out the window. He hits Jack Black, and then
oh yeah.
If you haven't seen Anchorman, I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil it. But when he booted that dog off the bridge, dude, I couldn't stop laughing.
Hey guys, we're talking about a movie that came out in 2004. So yeah, over 20 years ago. It's just very hard with the internet the way it is. I mean, I can remember stuff I seen on the internet made me laugh recently, right? But it's very hard to kind of surprise you in the movies like that. So they're trying though. They were trying, and it was like they did all kinds of type of humor, man. They did intellectual humor, like made you think of humor. They did references to the movies, the actors to make you laugh, right? You could tell some of the stuff they were kind of making fun of stuff that just recently happened. So it was like real editing. Like, spoiler alert, guys, we're putting spoilers in here, right, Mr. Benja?
Oh yeah, man. Might as well. I mean, scary movie, man. We might as well just spoil everything.
So they had your girl Tiana Taylor in it at the beginning, and so they had her kind of talking about not winning an Oscar and stuff like that. So stuff like that, just like very topical. They had like fart jokes, of course, penis jokes. They had the whole gambit. Then they had like funny puns. They had silly comedy gags. You remember the guy with the little hand, small hands? He popped up again. I mean, just every type of humor. Just like what's gonna, just
throw it all in there.
Yeah, exactly, man. Parodies of Sinners, parody of Scream, of course, parody of what other horror films were recently that just dropped?
Terrifier.
Yes, yeah. Well, we saw it in the trailer. Of course, Final Destination. So it was just like they were making fun of horror films, newer horror films. Maybe Terrifier is a more recent horror film that came out that's newer, but like all the older ones that are coming back again, like Final Destination. Sinners is a newer one, but like I think they did a riff off of Friday the 13th, right? And so it's like there's nothing new in the sun, right? It's just like that. And they're making fun of the fact that they're rebooting all these movies. So they were like, this is a rebootable. That's what he called it. A rebootio? Rebootable. That's what they call it. Rebootable. It's a sequel. It's a reboot. It's reboot with new characters. So I thought that was kind of funny. They were trying to make fun of the whole concept and the whole theory from a business standpoint of keeping IP alive by rebooting it, but bringing in new characters and keeping the legacy characters in, so they can bring in new folks, right? And keeping nostalgia high. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It was like, oh, that's the business hat coming in. But anyway, so yeah, it was cool, man. Like I said, would I recommend people seeing it? Sure. I will say this. So I also saw He Man. I know this is not related to scary movie. He Man is dying a slow death.
I like how Deadline put it, man. It comes from the Scary Movie article we were talking about. Scary Movie roars around the globe with the franchise best 105 million worldwide opening. Masters of the Universe, no muscle. It's like how you gonna slam Masters of the Universe like that? But I guess you have to if it's not doing that great.
It's not. I mean, but you kind of get why it's not. I mean, it's there, and it has so the conceit is it's tongue in cheek, right? Because we've seen the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Mr. Benja had commented on the cartoon, loved it, loved the intro, very goofy, hilarious.
You're not talking about the Kevin Smith cartoon. You're talking about
No,
the
that
OG
was
cartoon.
terrible, very terrible. I think we
Right.
talked about this podcast how terrible it was years ago. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking with that, but this one was very tongue in cheek. So basically, they went heavy on the cheeses, almost so much where it was like the jokes were like a little too. It's like a serious moment would happen, a joke, right, or some quip or something, and they were just every chance they got, they were just trying to hit into this as hard as they can. The main actor, I'd never seen an actor in my life, but he was actually pretty decent actor. But so this is term. I was asking you about this before. This term called main character energy, right? Uh, I asked my kids, I said, is this a bad thing or a good thing? And he said it's kind of a bad thing. You're like doing too much, right? And so I think He-Man had main character energy, right? It was just like doing a little too much. If they kind of set in the pocket and was a little bit more comfortable about what it was doing, then I think it would kind of did a little bit better as a movie. But I think they were just leaning too much into the comedy of it all, right? It's just like, oh, look, I'm a man that's He-Man. And, remember the trailer kind of hinted at that, the whole him on his, placard. So anyway, make a long story short, I'm just talking about, what I saw, from He-Man and everything and what I thought that, it was decent. I thought it was, passable. I thought it could have been a little bit better. Not so much, it was a little bit too long, but I kind of got what they were trying to do with it, but it was just, I don't know if it worked 100%.
Yeah, from what I could tell, let me know if this is true. It felt like they were trying to do not just a new reinterpretation because that's weird with Eternia and all that, but they were also trying to do like an Iron Man. Like when Iron Man came out and did his thing, it's like it was kind of funny, but took it a little bit serious. It felt from the trailer, it felt like they were trying to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got what they were getting. I mean, look, so spoiler alert, guys. The premise was he on Earth. Obviously he came from Eternia and got to Earth for several years and grew up as Adam. The premise was that he was an HR person, and so he knew about conflict resolution and how to communicate. It sounds terrible, but in execution, it was actually pretty interesting. And then when he had his final battle with Skeletor, he pretty much was like, "Hey, before we get into this fight, let's talk." I thought it was hilarious. But then guess what? This Skeletor was like, I don't want that talk. He said, okay. Then He-Man put them hands on him. So I thought that was cool, man. He was just like, look, sometimes it's, you're trying to, conflict, resolution. Let's have a conversation. Let's figure this out, dialogue. And then when that didn't happen, he put them He-Man hands on him and took it to Skeletor. So I thought that was kind of an interesting conceit, right? It's just like, here's a guy that, was not the most strongest man. He-Man is really kind of like, is redundant, right? How strong is he? Well, he's not just a man, he's a He-Man.
Done.
He's super strong. It's like super redundant. Like you're like saying how strong, how masculine he is. But then the Adam character is just kind of like the opposite. It's like more about, empathy and conflict resolution.
God dog it, man. There's a whole group of people doing fan fiction of all types of stuff. Like stuff is so bad that people just feel the need to go in and do all this fan fiction. I don't know if you know about this whole undercurrent of society, but what they'll do, if they don't do it explicitly, they'll take a character and instead of naming him He-Man, they'll call him Bro Guy, So you got Bro Guy, and he has all these adventures, and Bro Guy fights against no skin face, and all you do is you download the PDF or the document or whatever, and then you run a file, a search and replace Bro Man, Bro Guy with He Man and all that. And people are creating all this fan fiction that you can go purchase and buy.
Wow.
But it's to the point where people love this so much they can't bear to see it just die in theaters. So they're gonna go make their own fan fiction and rename it and go through all this stuff. It's pretty brilliant, man, and I'm glad that it exists, because one day if I'm feeling really sad, I might just have to download some Bro Guy and read it.
Bro Guy and solicitors of the world.
Solicitors of the larger galaxy.
I love it, man.
Right.
Nah, that's good, man. I mean, so anyway, so guys, would I recommend you go see He-Man as well? I mean, if you like nostalgia, if you like corny, little funny movies, sure. But or if you're a fan of He-Man, you get all the in jokes. They had little stupid in jokes about how they laughed. You remember at the end of every episode, they put their hands on their hips and they would laugh. Yep, they did that. Just little stupid stuff that you would get in Skeletor of his talking all the time. So they try to undercut everything, and then some of the jokes, though, be honest, took my kids. They were a little risque, man. Like Fisto. There's a character named Fisto.
Yeah.
Little Risto. Yeah. So I get it, yeah. So I don't know. I think they tried too hard. I don't know if that, unfortunately, is not going to change anybody's life with that movie. I don't think anybody in that movie, the main character, unfortunately, I mean, the actor was decent. I can't remember his name to save my life. He's a British actor. He was excellent as Adam. I mean, just the physicality as He-Man, the gravitas, he was just missing that one thing that makes a actor a star. Like Tom Holland, no matter what you say, he you just knew he just popped off the screen as Spider-Man, right? And he just like, wow, that whoever that is, I believe that. That his main actor, his name is Nicholas something, that there was some part of him that I just didn't believe, and that's what probably took me out of it.
Yeah. I'm just jumping to the internet here, and it's not looking great. People are talking and doing, it's just, yeah.
What are they talking about? What are they saying? It's terrible.
It's a flop. They're bringing up parallels with Master Universe Revelations or whatever.
What's that? Master Universe? You mean
That was the Kevin Smith one.
Oh, it's not that bad.
They're just bringing up stuff. Beast Man pulling up to city traffic like he owns the place. They're just making jokes, and none of it's joking, but none of it's really like, hey, I liked it.
Well, I think what's his name's movie career is almost done. I mean, after Tron Ares, this is not good for your boy Jared Leto. So I don't think he'll be in a movie anytime soon. and there's a movie without his face in it. So it is what it is, man. Such is the thing. Yeah. Let's see Backrooms.
No, man. I'm actually upset with people who, because let me tell you, creatively, I've been in rooms where you're trying to do something, and somebody comes in and they're like, "Hey, why don't we just and start inserting all this stupid shit?" And when you look at them and say, "No, we're trying to do this," they don't try to understand you. They just turn to the next person. No. Don't you think we should be doing this stupid shit? And they just keep on going around the room, and they won't listen to anybody. And you're like, when they leave, you're like, that person's going to go try to do stupid shit behind our back. And a month later, when you found out what they've been spending their time on, developing the game or the project or whatever, you're like, dude, individually this might work, but this stupid shit does not need to go in the game. It's not. It's just, why are you doing this?
Mr.Benja, I love your stories on artistic behind the scenes, man. It's just like people don't realize what goes. I mean, all these movies, every one of them, no matter if it's a hit or flop, I guarantee there were people in the room that wanted this shit to be good.
No, everybody does, man.
And it's like, for whatever reason, none of it worked. And it's like amazing that any of it works, sometimes.
Imagine you're in like a gymnasium, and you're supposed to make one single solitary meal for somebody, but you've got 100 people in a gymnasium. And say, hey, we're going to make this meal, we're going to kick it out, and we're going to feed it to the people outside. Don't worry about making more than one. We have an automatic replicator. It's just going to make a bunch of them. So you just make one meal, and it'll be good for everybody outside. And you're just locked in a gymnasium. So somebody's over in the corner making packaging for it, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, our packaging is a little too small, so we only have these plates and we can't carry it on this cart. And it's like, we can't carry it on the cart? Why not? It's like, well, it wobbles on one side. Fix the wobble in the cart, man. I have Jello here. I can't have it falling over. And it's like, hey, the guy who fixes the carts, he quit, so nobody knows how to fix the cart. And you're like, oh my God. And you just have all these weird circumstantial things, and you're just trying to make a meal for somebody, and you can't do it because the cart's wobbly. Silly example, but you've got 100 people in a gymnasium looking at you like, well, we can't do a cart. What are we going to do? Okay, how about something that doesn't wobble like Jello? How about this? And how about that? You start making all these compromises, and then somebody does something silly like he really loves radishes, so he adds it to the dish, and you're like, who the hell added radishes? We already have raisins. We can't have radishes and raisins at the same time.
I love it, man. The what's it called? The randomness of people, man. It's like even in sports, it's very similar to that way, man. You can see, my son's team, basketball is just like, oh yeah, this guy's not good here. This little kid sucks. He barely can dribble the ball. This kid, my son is still on the ball doing all this stuff, but he can't shoot outside. So it's like, all these different elements. But then when the team is gelling, man, and like everybody knows their strengths, weaknesses, and then they play off each other. Wow, man, it's like amazing. And so it's easy. You gave me a way to segue into the Knicks, man.
All right. Let's hurry up and get some Knicks in here. I don't even know why we're talking about the
sports,
Knicks.
man. I know we don't talk about sports here, but it's an amazing story. The Knicks. When the last time the Knicks won an NBA championship? This is the biggest market in the United States.
They're up for winning championships. Wait, did they win?
No, Mr. Richard, they haven't.
Oh, okay. I figured I would have heard that, but okay.
Not yet, but you will hear it soon. Call any of your New Yorker friends. I guarantee they are obsessed with this because this is the closest they've ever been. Huh?
I did hear about the Knicks, but I didn't know they were close to. I was wondering why they were popping up, but I just kept.
Yes, because they haven't won in over 53 years. This is older than me and you, Mr. Benja. The last time they won was before we were born. That's very rare, I hate to say, but look, we've been around. We've been around. So yes, so the Knicks are up to win the championship. Last time we were in the playoffs was 1999, Mr. Benja. 1999, when we were both in college. So this is a rare occurrence, and so the reason I bring the Knicks up is because they just beat San Antonio and San Antonio for the second time. So basically, they're up 2-0 in the best of 7 series. So they have to win 4 games. And so this is crazy. The team has never won the NBA championship, losing both their games at home, like San Antonio. So Knicks have a high probability of winning the championship. So I bring that up is because yes, they have a star, Jalen Brunson. They have a big man in Cat, but like everybody knows their role, man. I mean, when you watch the team, it's like Mikal Bridges, who's like a shooting guard. He knows, like, I'm here to get up shots and play defense. I got this guy named Josh Hart. All he does is he's like 6'7", I think 6'8", 6'7". he he gets rebounds, he gets assists, he does all the things. So and even the bench players know their roles, right? And so when you watch a team, that just everybody knows their role and everybody's locked in for one purpose, like a video game or a movie or something. It's the artistic endeavor for a goal. And we see humans become fingers and become a fist. Oh man, that's a powerful thing, man. So I think that's why when you tell your stories behind the scenes, I always get excited because people don't realize it's like the effort and energy that goes, no matter what type of movie it is, if it could be terrible, good, or whatever, you're just like, oh, there's a lot of effort went into this.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I find myself nowadays appreciating what they were trying to do and what I figure the circumstances were around it. Like, so even if Like I was kind of giving Maul a little bit of a hard time last week.
I'm sorry. Did you watch all of them all yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I should watch it then.
Yeah, I watched it. I mean, as I said, it wasn't the greatest, but you could see what they were kind of trying to get at, and you could see where they were held back, which is interesting. Just kind of watching it, you're like, oh, okay, they were going this direction and got held back because reasons.
Okay. I might check it out.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I should probably go back and finish some more Bad Batch. I just like the fact that they were ballsy enough to make that title.
Well, the kids and I used to watch the first season. We haven't finished it, so we may need to go back. But it's like they're so busy now. I mean, we used to do a lot of stuff, man. See, but look, man, hey, man, my kids are bona fide, man. We watched all of Avatar. They watched Star Wars. See, they getting older now, but they still got that nerd kernel in them. It's not going away. They know what Star Wars is.
They might fall out for a little bit, then sometime in college or after they leave college, they're going to be like, "Hey, Dad, it was great," and you'll be like, "Yes, it was great."
He said, "That is another Skywalker."
All right.
Yes, but it's so wait, I don't want to digress, but it's just so funny. It's like you put these little seeds in these kids, man. And you just like you may not see it for like 10 years. And then one day they'll call you out of the blue. Hey, Dad, man, Star Wars is actually pretty good.
I get it now.
I get it. I understand now. Yes, young one. Welcome. Anyway, Mr. Benja, anything else on this one we want to talk about? So basically, Scary Movie was decent. If you like, raunchy humor and some laughs and nostalgia, go check it out. So, I mean, for this trailer, do we want to grade it or are we just going to talk about it?
No, we can grade it. I give it a thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to that trailer.
Yeah, it's decent. So, like I said, I mean, go check it out. I think it wasn't just a pure cash grab. I think there's some love that went into that and some intelligent, comedy, but it is what it is, So that's kind of my take on it. So, Mr. Benja, anything else?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Everyone, if you like what we talk about here, please like, subscribe, and comment. Show Versus Business on X, Threads, YouTube, and Instagram. Listen to us at Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Visit us on our website at Show Versus Business to learn more. Any comments or ideas about content you want us to react to, just let us know below in the comment section. All right, Mr. Benja, hope you don't choke on this.
I still function. Peace.